Welcome everyone! In this video, we're going to walk through the key features and enhancements coming to ArcGIS Enterprise 12.1. This is an exciting release, as it's the first long-term support release for Windows and Linux in the 12x generation. And it brings a number of improvements that administrators, GIS analysts, and developers have been asking for. So let's dive in. Here's a quick overview of the highlights we're going to cover today. We'll start with observability enhancements, including the new ArcGIS Enterprise Metrics API. Then we'll look at improved certificate management, which is especially timely given the industry-wide shift towards shorter certificate lifetimes. After that, we'll cover response caching enhancements. We'll go over the refresh product documentation. And finally, ArcGIS data pipelines, which is now generally available in ArcGIS Enterprise. So let's get started. First up, observability enhancements. The ArcGIS Enterprise Metrics API is now available for Windows and Linux deployments, providing improved observability and aligning with this metrics offering that has been available for ArcGIS Enterprise on Kubernetes. These metrics provide detailed information about the ArcGIS Enterprise system and the machines your components are running on. It exposes key data points including transaction time, requests by user, and hardware information across all software components. These metrics can be captured by Prometheus and visualized using Grafana, giving you clear insight into your system health, service popularity, and user engagement. We'll also be providing Grafana templates to help you get started quickly. These metrics will help you detect and resolve your issues, tune deployment resources based on real usage, and better understand the adoptions of your systems. Now let's talk about certificate management. This is a big one, especially for IT administrators. As of March 15, 2026, the maximum lifetime of a TLS certificate has dropped to 200 days. That limit will continue to decrease down to 100 days in 2027 and just 47 days by 2029. That means certificate rotation is going to become a much more frequent task, and to help with that, we've improved the certificate management in ArcGIS Enterprise 12.1. You can now update your certificates using a .pfx file without requiring a restart of any of the component services. This means you can update your certificates on the fly through REST. This update operation will no longer trigger a restart of the service after importing your SSL or TLS certificates. This is a significant quality of life improvement for anyone managing enterprise deployments, ensuring that you won't have downtime while updating your certificates. Now let's look at response caching enhancements. Response caching is a backend mechanism that boosts the performance and scalability of your layers by caching responses for data that hasn't changed. This prevents unnecessary database queries and speeds up response times for your users. It was first introduced in ArcGIS Enterprise 11.0 for hosted feature layers, and here's how it works. When the first request comes in, the response is processed and cached in the hosting server's object store. For subsequent requests for the same data, the cached response is retrieved directly provided that the data hasn't changed, no round trip to the database needed. In 12.1, we've expanded this in two important areas. First, response caching can now be enabled directly from the item page in the Enterprise portal. Previously, this was only available through the admin API. And second, response caching can now be enabled on feature layers and map image layers that have been published by reference from an enterprise geodatabase, not just hosted feature layers. Moving on to the updates to our product documentation. We've given the ArcGIS Enterprise product documentation a complete refresh. This site now features a modern design with improved information architecture, making it much easier to find the information that you need. These improvements also bring greater consistency with other ArcGIS documentation pages. Whether you're an administrator looking up a configuration setting or a developer exploring the REST API, the new layout should make your experience significantly smoother. And next, ArcGIS data pipelines. ArcGIS Data Pipelines is a new, no-code, visual data engineering capability in ArcGIS Enterprise that makes it easy to prepare and integrate data for mapping and analytics. Previously released in beta, it is now generally available with the 12.1 release. This capability helps to expand access to data in ArcGIS Enterprise with support for many cloud stores, URLs, and APIs, built-in tools to clean, build, and blend data sets, and adds support for automating data pipelines, ensuring information is kept up to date. Another great note is that it is included with ArcGIS Enterprise Advanced at no additional cost to the customers. Administrators will just need to install and configure ArcGIS Data Pipeline Server, and then the app will be available to all creator and above user types with the necessary privileges. We can't wait to see how data pipelines help you save time, reduce the number of scripts you're managing, and streamline your data integration workflows. Before we wrap up, a quick reminder about product lifecycle changes. As you plan your upgrade path, it's important to understand the updated product lifecycle for ArcGIS Enterprise on Windows and Linux. Starting with ArcGIS Enterprise 12.0, the product lifecycle has changed. For long-term support releases like 12.1, general availability extends until the next long-term support release, followed by 3 years of extended support, giving you roughly 4 years with both patching and technical support before retirement. For short-term support releases, general availability runs until the next release, with 6 months of extended support, about 1 year total. What this really means is that if you are on a supported version of ArcGIS Enterprise on Windows or Linux, you will always be eligible for software and security patches. We know how critical this is to your enterprise systems. These are shifts from the 11.x generation, so be sure to review the details and plan accordingly. You can also scan the QR code on the slide for more information. That wraps up our tour of the key features and enhancements in ArcGIS Enterprise 12.1. Until next time.